What you doing, honey?
Oh, I'm just working on a model project here.
Which one you working on now?
Can't tell you.
Why not?
It's classified.
Really? Classified?
Yeah, classified. Like, I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
Ugh.
She seems upset. She's lost that love and feeling. I think I'm in the danger zone. I don't know what to do. Talk to me, Goose.
Oh, but wait. This project's gonna be a twofer. There are plenty of YouTube channels with great modelers who have great production skills. This is not one of them. Welcome to Cable's Creations. Now this is interesting. See those ejection pulls on part number 4? That's part number 4. And I don't see no ejection loops. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to put some in with wire. So I've got some paint done on the figures. Got everybody's boots painted, and got flesh tones going on the hands. Looks like gonna need just a little bit of a touch up on, got some flesh colored paint on the oxygen hose of Maverick. That'll be really easy to do. Also started painting up Goose's Polaroid. Got that working. Also got the paint down on the MiG-28 cockpit. Previously finished this, getting ready for decals. I'm going to be doing trying to wait until I've got several things ready for decals. And also figured out, yep, I'm going to need wire on this to do the ejection pulls. And one thing that was starting to drive me crazy was this chin pod for the F-14. That's the kind of chin pod you would find on a D model and not on an A as was featured in the movie. And just a minor detail that would just drive me nuts, so I actually found an aftermarket resin part and got that ordered. Also got to start on painting the control panels, control and display panels for the MiG-28 there. I'm gonna come in and do a little bit of some dry brush painting to bring out the instruments, even though it's going to be a closed cockpit in 172. I just feel better that I've gotten a little bit more of the details in. All right, well, fairly monochrome, but you can kind of get a look. I got the we can say they're Russian, even though they never made it clear in the movie, but basically got the MiG pilots in, and that was a bit of an adventure. Like, got them on their seats and then had them just white glued in so they'd stay in place, and then tried experimenting getting the canopy to fit where the heads wouldn't bump into it, and it all looked good. Put it in with regular glue, and suddenly the head was hitting the canopy. So I had to take him out, do a little bit of chopping them off, also sanding down the bottom of the seat and sanding down his legs and underside of the butt, and finally got it to where the he won't interfere with the canopy. Also did some installation here and had to do just a little bit of reworking with those seats and got them to work. Meanwhile, I've also test fitted the figures, and that yellow is some lead wire that I've been using to make the ejection pull handles. So I need to get helmet decals on these two. And also notice Goose now has his Polaroid. So I need to get their helmet decals on, and then may take just a little bit of work, but I was able to get the figures to go into the seats. Knocked Goose's Polaroid off when I did so, but with a little finagling, get them glued into their seats and can make a little bit more progress that way. Also, here's the tops of the seats, just waiting on the ejection handles. Also put some putty into some of those pylon hole sights. I'm gonna get those sanded down later once I get the canopy on to protect those pilots. Wish I'd done that before I had done anything else. Not a problem here, but those on the wings, I just worry that I might bang the pilots around a little bit. Okay, got decals down on the cockpit, and also they're not showing up the greatest, but got the decals on the helmets of Goose and Maverick. That Maverick one isn't laying down that well so far. Gonna hit it with some more micro sol, and maybe even borrow the wife's hairdryer to heat it up to get it to go down a little bit. Also, those yellow, those are like some wire made ejection handles. You got the yellow, just need to put the black on it so that it ends up striped. All right, this got to set overnight, and those decals look like they finally conformed. And it's kind of tough to see, but yep, got some black on those. I might need to get that fixed up a little better. And we'll see, that's 172 scale, trying to get those little black and yellow lines. And also mated the top side and underside of the MiG-28. It was having a little trouble staying down, so got it clamped pretty good. Also, wouldn't be surprised if there's some seam line filling I need to do. Okay, that little piece pinged off when I was trying to attach it, and really had to rescue it from the carpet monster. And this crazy, it ended up wedged underneath one of the boxes I've got underneath my bench. It was amazing that I could even find that. Well, I had to make some adjustments just to get things to work, fitting into the cockpit. Some of which were I had to take Goose's arms off and move the position And in the course of that, looks like the very important part, Mav's finger got knocked off. So, a little more stretched sprue. Ooh. Also may have to do a little more adjustment with that arm to get it to fit in the canopy frame. Looks like I'll have to get the canopy out just to make sure that works. Glad I spotted this ahead of time. Makes me wonder if I should have been working with all that while I was fussing to try to make it fit. Yikes. Okay, I got this fuselage just taped together right now. Got kind of a super finger right there. Gonna cut that down later and get it fixed with, repaint it. I've had to do all kinds of modifications, like cutting off feet and etc. I think it's in a fairly good place right now. I've got this kind of taped together. I also previously had a piece of tape there. Well, I may end up taking some putty. Carefully doing that. I had to sand off some seat backs. Sand off some butts, readjust seat placement. A lot of work, and long story short, I don't think Revell designed this kit to be done with pilots, or I don't think they designed it to be done with figures included. And just when I thought it had it adjusted good enough, nope. I have to do a little more work, looks like. Yay, it's finally fitting. Just did a little finagling here and there, and it's sitting good. I think the only issue is just a little bit of sprue. I just cut this off of the tree. Didn't do any real cleanup of it, but even so, can kind of see there's get rid of the glare. There seems to be just a little bit of clearance on that piece. Well, it may not be quite right. I might just have to smooth that out a little bit. I'm just putting the canopy on this, trying to just do that mainly to protect the figures on the inside as I box things up for the week. It's now Saturday, and between football and On Patrol Live, we got some TV watching to do, and then tomorrow is heading out to Dixie Station. And also, while football is going to be going on, I'm setting up the 3D printer to print, like, while I'm TV watching, and maybe even overnight, depending on just how long the part takes to print. So, may not have all that much to show for it, but I think I got a lot of the more labor-intense things done. Next week, I'll be canopy masking both this one and that one. Also gonna tape some of the canopy on it to protect the figures. And actually got a fair bit of construction done on this one. Not as many parts on this F5/MiG-28 to go. Gotta do it at least once before I go. Greetings from the United States of America. Watch the birdie. Well, that's all I got for this week. Once again, showing you mine to hopefully make you feel better about yours.